Good work. Go on and head back up. Checking for the key card.
If you guys are interested in being a member, then click the join button down below to check out the available perks. I believe the first tier is only $1. Thank you to those of you who choose to join. What's up Mod Squad, welcome to another Division 2 build breakdown video. Before we get into this video, if you're already subscribed to me, then don't forget to smash that like button, as it really pushes our videos into the recommended section, which in turn helps the channel grow. Interaction is a huge part of what helps us in the YouTube algorithm, and the extra support is very much appreciated. With that said, let's get into the video. Today I'll be showcasing my Immortal DPS build for PvE. This build is great for all heroic content as well as Legendary Summit, and is a build you can use for both the run and gun playstyle as well as the slower cover based playstyle. I currently have this build set up to what I feel is a happy medium between damage and survivability, but this build can be changed to include armor on kill if you feel you need the extra boost to your survivability. You can gain up to 20% armor on kill. This build currently has 1.2 million base armor, which gets boosted dramatically each time you kill an NPC and pick up a trophy. With each trophy you can gain 30% bonus armor, which lasts for 10 seconds. Trophies can also stack, but each stack has its own individual 10-second timer. Now I know a lot of players get bored of the memento, but I honestly believe it's the best in slot when it comes to adding damage and survivability to your build. With builds like this, my aim is to help players get through difficult content, and passive damage and survivability is a big help. On top of bonus armor, we also have 5% armor regen, which gives us 46k armor a second with no buffs. With all buffs active, we get 86k, which as you can see works pretty damn fast. When it comes to the damage of this build, with all buffs active, it has 264% weapon damage, 60% crit chance, and 194% critical hit damage. And with a change of minor attributes, you can reach 200%, allowing this build to hit for over 500k crits to the body. Now when I made this build, it was built for the Legendary Summit, which means if it's good there, it will be great for heroic content. All builds I currently make are tested extensively within the summit before release. You will see I have a Crusader shield, which I know a lot of you do not like, and I know you guys are getting bored of the shield, but I honestly believe it's a huge help when it comes to the summit on Legendary. Red and purple NPCs do a stupid amount of damage, and shields have a stupid amount of health to them. This shield alone, without an artificer however, gives you 6 million health. It's basically a damage sponge, and something I feel is necessary more often than not when it comes to Legendary Summit. I will say if you have a more sat back cover based playstyle, then the shield isn't needed anywhere near as much, but it's great to have just in case you get rushed up on. When it comes to heroic content with this build, the shield is pretty much optional, so you can switch out for something like the turret, which is much like the striker drone, which draws enemies' attention, pulling the focus off you. You could also use a skill that applies a status effect, which is also great because while under status effect, enemies can't shoot back at you. Now we have spoke a little bit about the build and I've showcased a little bit of what it's capable of. Let's get into a build breakdown. Right guys, getting into this build breakdown, starting off with the specialization, we're using the Technician, mainly because of the 1 skill tier. That is going to help us get our shield to tier 5. You want a very tanky shield, especially if you're going to be playing Legendary Summit. Also, when it comes to Technician, another great thing about it is the fact that we get 12% extra damage applying to robotics and skill proxies, and as you're going against the White Tusk, you're going to come across a lot of the robo dogs and drones, so that's why we're using the Technician specialization. Now we've gone over the specialization, let's move on to the primary weapon, and I have gone back to it, the Chameleon, my beloved Chameleon. I love this assault rifle. Still to this day, many people sleep on this gun and they need to pick it up, dig it out of stash and give it a try. So looking at this weapon, as you can see, 79.6k base damage, 900 RPM and 50 in the magazine. This one's near enough maxed out with 15% assault rifle damage, 21% health damage and 8% crit chance. Now here is the adaptive instance talent. Hitting 30 headshots grants 20% critical hit chance and 50% critical hit damage for 45 seconds. Hitting 75 body shots grants 90% weapon damage for 45 seconds. You could also gain 150% reload speed if you go for 30 leg shots. Now, what a lot of people still don't know to this day is when it comes to heroic missions, you can hold this buff, this 45-second buff, this 20% crit chance, 50% critical hit damage and 90% weapon damage throughout a whole mission. As long as you clear an area within that 45 seconds, as soon as you go out of combat, it resets the timer. Looking at the attachments on this weapon, we have 15% crit chance on the scope, we have 10% stability on the grip, on the muzzle we have 20% accuracy, and the magazine gives us the extra 20 rounds. Seriously guys, if you've got this in a stash, dig it out. So moving on to the gear pieces, starting off with our mask. We have one piece of 2 pieces of golden gear. We have 10% status effects and 1% armor regen. We are using it of course for the armor regen. On this piece we have 50% weapon damage. That would usually be an armor roll. We have the max armor regen roll on there. If you need the extra crit chance, you want to use a different weapon other than the chameleon, you would go for crit chance there instead. But we have a max roll armor regen, 12% critical hit damage and then 12% critical hit damage via a mod. Moving on to the chest piece, we are using Obliterate as a talent. I use this because you're able to do damage up close and at range. Whereas if you were using Intimidate, you'd be stuck within that 10-meter range. You'd be forced to run and gun all the time. This gives you the best of both worlds. Fair enough, you have to build up the damage, but it's a lot better than being forced to be within a certain distance. So we have a 140k armor on there. We have 5.2% critical hit chance, 12% critical hit damage, and 11.9% critical hit damage via a mod. Moving on to our holster, we have a Grupo holster giving us 15% critical hit damage. We have 14.1% weapon damage. We have a max roll of armor regen. Again, you can switch out for crit chance if you want, and then we have 12% critical hit damage. Moving on to the backpack, and this is the Memento. I use this in so many builds just because it's one of the best in slot if you're going for a a damage survivability build. When it comes to the mod on here, we have 11.9% critical hit damage. We get 15% weapon damage, 160k armor, and 1 skill tier. Moving on to the gloves, our second piece of golden gear, we have a low roll on armor at 128k, we have 12% critical hit damage and 5.6% critical hit chance. And finally, moving on to our knee pads, we have the Emperor's Guard Murakami knee pads. They give us 20% skill duration, which is nice if you're using a turret. We have 50% weapon damage rolled in there, we get 1% armor regen and 8.5% hazard protection. If you get lucky, you can get crit damage there or crit chance instead. Looking at the skills, like I said, we have the Crusader Shield at a tier 5. I've decked out in shield health, as you can see, 4.9%, 4.6%, and then we have the damage bonus, which doesn't apply because we're not using the firewall. Looking at the Striker Drone, we have the 7.1% duration on there, 9.2% health, and then 4.8% damage. We're not using this for the damage, we're using it because it serves as a good distraction. And that's pretty much it. These do get a buff from the skill efficiency that we gain from the Memento backpack, so they get a slight little buff. This goes up to 6 million. As you can see, at standard it's 4 million, but I've seen it get buffed up to 6 million. And that is pretty much it, guys. I'm going to leave you with a stat sheet. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped some of you out. If it has, or you've got anything to say, any opinions, leave them down in the comment section below. If it's helped you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to smash that like button to help support the channel, to help us grow. If you're new, subscribe for lots more Division 2 content. Enjoy the gameplay I'm going to leave you, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Mod Squad.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
I can't see!
Bullet in him.
Drone's locked! This is it! No shot!
Yeah, let's go.
Watch the side! Son of a bitch! Firing RPG!
All clear. I repeat, the compound is all clear.
No, that can't be all of them. Check the interior while I get Henry's people to maintain the perimeter.
I heard something. Better secure the area. Drone up ahead! Aim it!
Damn it. According to the schematics Isaac pulled upstairs, we can lock that tunnel door from their control center. That should keep them from being able to transport those mortars loaded with DC-62.
Shit, I'm stuck!
This is bullcrap!
That should keep them from getting more of those mortars.
You think closing the tunnel is smart? Fuck you! You lots of daddy out here!
You're going down!
No! Get back!
Good work. Go on and head back up. The team from the campus has taken position.